Yeah, no, he was the number one rusher probably in all of college football, but definitely for Division One in Week 5, being named the ECFC Player of the Week, the Noontime Sports Co-Offensive Player of the Week. Shout out to our friend Matt Noonan from Fayetteville, Georgia, but all the way up coming at you from Bangor, Maine. Senior running back from Husson University, John Smith. Welcome to In the Huddle.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. Boy, I'll tell you, 301 yards on the ground, I think 311 overall, 10 receiving yards as well. It was great performance, but it's been an up and down season for your team. You kind of started with a wobble against Union, although you did win with a couple late touchdowns that you had achieved, and then some ups and downs since then. Kind of take me through this season and what led you to such a performance this last Saturday with that 300-plus yards.
The game the following week from Western New England, and it was a tough game, and we had a late fumble at the end of the game that caused them to win. And I came back to practice the next day, and I told the guys that, hey, I owe you guys a big performance, and we got to go out and we got to play hard because of the tough loss last week. And I didn't know it was going to be 300 yards, but we ended up having it, and it was great.
Yeah, it seems like your line really, I mean, obviously your legs did a lot of the work, but they were opening up the holes. Was it just one of those things where every time you got the ball, there was this gaping hole that you could run through, or is this one of those things that over time, just chipping away, that it just sort of added up?
It was a little bit of both. We started chipping away, and we got in a groove earlier in the game, and the offensive line, they worked their tails off all game, and they was opening up massive holes for me to run through, and I just appreciate those guys of all the hard work they do between the lines, and it was a great game. They worked really hard for me.
All right. Well, John, you guys are about to get started into league play, and I mean, started talking about right off the bat. You got SUNY-Maritime coming up. They're off to an undefeated start. Their quarterback's throwing the ball really well. I mean, you guys are the defending ECFC champions, so it's the old you got to beat the man to be the man. But I imagine the Privateers have a little bit of swagger coming into this one. It's only week 6, but it's kind of like a playoff game. How does the team feel getting ready for the big game this weekend?
Oh, yeah, it definitely feels like a playoff game. Like you said, those guys, they're 4-0. They're coming in, and they're all high and mighty. But it should be a great game, and it's a big game for our program because this game might determine the ECFC champion. So, and we know that, and we know we got to get to practice and we got to work because these guys, SUNY-Maritime, they're a good program.
What's the flavor, in your memory, like of the NCAAs? Obviously, Husson is a program that has had success to get there before. Has it really driven you to really amp it up at this point in the season, knowing that you might be a little bit behind the 8 ball because of the things that have happened? Obviously, you got to win the conference to really get the respect you need because of so few at-large bids out there. Kind of go through for me, to the degree you can, what the feeling is from your experience now in the NCAAs and why you want to be back so bad.
We've been to the NCAAs, I think, 2 times, and it's a great feeling. And it's a great feeling knowing that if we win the conference, we can get back and try to get one of these NCAA games under our belts. That's our main focus, is to try to win the conference and get back to the NCAAs and hopefully win one of those games. That's been on a lot of all of the older guys on the team's mind because we've been there the last couple of times, and we really want to just win one of these games.
Once again, you're in the huddle with senior running back from Husson University, John Smith. And John, I'm down here in Florida. You're originally from about 25 miles south of Atlanta, Georgia. So how in the heck did you end up 1,300 plus miles away, all the way up to Bangor, Maine?
It's a long story, but I'm making sure. My junior year in high school, I broke my femur real bad, so that kind of erased me off the boards of some of the schools down closer to home. And towards the end of my senior season, I know I still wanted to play football, and I just wanted somebody to come and offer me. And the coaches at Husson, they called me and was like, "Hey, like we have room for you if you like to come and check us out. We'll love it. And I did, and I fell in love. It was love at first sight. I felt like home the minute I stepped in this place. And the rest is
John,
history.
sorry to cut you off there, but I'm curious. I believe your uniform number was 37 at one point earlier in your career at Husson. Now it's number 3. What is the significance of making that change?
Yeah, my number was 37 in freshman year, and I wanted to change it. And when I was in Georgia, my favorite running back was Todd Gurley at the University of Georgia, and I just loved the way he run, and I was just like, hey, I want to wear number 3 just for Todd Gurley.
He's going to kick my butt in my fantasy football league soon. I'll be facing him in a few weeks, that's for sure. So I'll remember this conversation as I'm getting beaten up pretty badly, I'm sure. So, you know, it's been a long, strange road, as James points out. It's, you know, a haul to get up to Maine, obviously, and everything else. I mean, no regrets, I'm guessing?
Oh, no regrets. I have no regrets coming here. Like I said earlier, as soon as I walked in the gym for the first meeting, the coaches and the teammates, like all my teammates, they made me feel like home. And it was an easy transition being 2,000 miles away from home when you come in here in a group of guys and a group of coaches embrace you like that. It just made me feel like I was at home.
Well, if you keep getting 300-yard days, I'm sure they're going to embrace you even more. That's all I know.
Just kidding. And John, you're a psychology major. You know, senior season. Any post graduation plans, or are you just still focused on getting the win against SUNY-Maritime on Saturday?
I'm focused on getting a win and winning the rest of the season. But I know football is gonna be over in a minute, and I'm gonna have to start thinking about my plans and stuff when I graduate. And I really want to, like, with my psychology major, I really want to, like, help people and, like, just help people be better, or like a guidance counselor in a high school or something like that, or a caseworker. I just want to help people when I graduate. That's my plans when I finish school.
Sounds good.
James, do the honors. I know you know what's next.
All right. So, John, you may be new to In the Huddle, but we have an old standing tradition that we like to offer our player guests, and you've been an excellent one, and it's been a pleasure speaking with you. But now it's time for us old guys to shut up and give you the floor and to give shout-outs to any friends, teammates, you know, family down in Georgia or elsewhere. This will go viral, hopefully. I know Husson has been pretty active on social media. The ECFC is very busy on social media, so we're gonna push this out there into the interwebs, as we said before. But so, John, the floor is yours for shout-outs to whoever's listening out there.
Well, I just want to get a quick shout out to all my family and friends back home in Georgia, especially my coaches and all my coaches at Stars Mill High School in Fayetteville, Georgia, Frank McGuire, Chad Phillips. And I just want to give another quick shout out to all my teammates here at Husson University, all my teachers and professors and all that stuff. And yeah.
Hey, I like it. The teachers and professors, it's the first time in 10 seasons of doing this that we ever got a thanks to them.
Yeah.
And I also want to give a special shout out to my mom, Shoshone Brandon. I know she would love to see this when it comes out.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Well, John, we appreciate you joining us, and we appreciate all the help and sports information over at Husson. It was a little bit of a task getting this went on. We're hit or miss lately with our technology, but you guys were very accommodative in helping us get this together, and we are glad we did because you've been phenomenal, not just on the field, but off the field with us here. So thank you very much.
Thank you guys for having me. It was a pleasure to sit down and talk to you guys.
All right.
James, we got lightning predictions later in the week, and that's pretty much it. So you'll want to come back to Facebook at that point to see that. Maybe we'll predict the Husson game coming up. You just never know here. Yes. So nonetheless, stay tuned here on our Facebook channel of In the Huddle. Until then, thanks, folks.
Thank you.